Hey guys. So, I'm having surgery tomorrow. I am having surgery tomorrow and I'm having my tonsils removed. And it is almost 12 o'clock in the morning and I have to wake up at 3:30 in the morning and I cannot sleep because I am so nervous. So my tonsils have given me issues for a while now, and I finally went to the doctor about it and they decided to take them out. I was avoiding this surgery because everybody says it's so bad, and it's like some of the worst pain we've ever experienced was the recovery. And like it's like you're swallowing knives and all this kind of stuff. So I kind of like know what to expect, but I don't know what to expect. So I'm really nervous and I will not be able to talk for a week. I'm so nervous, you have no idea. I don't like needles, I don't like anything like that. I've had surgery before and them putting me under makes me really nervous because I don't have control and I have no idea what's going on. So I'm really nervous, but I hope everything goes well. And I will update you guys tomorrow. Hopefully I will never have issues with my throat ever again. So it's gonna be worth it. Okay guys, so I made it. And it's so early in the morning, I look so bad. But just wanted to say I'm room number 7. So it's crazy, but. Alright guys, I am in the bed and we did not film it. But they gave me an IV. So I now have a piece of plastic in my arm. The needle hurt really, really bad and I was really nervous. Just want to tell you a quick story. Before she gives me the IV, this guy comes in and he touches my feet. And I'm looking away because the needle's on that side, so I'm looking to this side. And I see this like shadow of this guy and he's touching my feet. And I'm like, who in the world is this? And it's my doctor, who happens to be the cutest thing in the world and my age almost, in my age range. So beautiful. And if he's a doctor and he looks that hot, he's got to have a girlfriend or be married. So I'm like pretty much writing it off, but he's gonna be in the room when I'm like passed out and ugly as heck. Anyway, so now I'm mad because he's hot and he's gonna see me at my worst. And I already look like death now because look at me. Alright, well, I'll see you guys after surgery. I am about to get all my stuff ready and everything together. The needle's done, so I'm pretty much not nervous anymore unless they have to give me another shot. But so far, so good. See you on the other side. I'm on day 3 after my surgery. I've never been in so much pain in my life. And I'm regretting getting my tonsils out. It's been horrible. Hey guys, I honestly don't even know where to start. So first off, this is not what I had planned for this video. I thought I'd be showing you the full recovery process and how I'm feeling and stuff. This is day 8 post-surgery. First off, I just wanted you to know I'm not the kind of person to share
personal details of my life and make it sound like I'm complaining or make things seem worse than what they are. I really wanted to share this because first off, I wanted to raise awareness for this and how serious it can be, and also that people have gone through this, and I wanted to be able to relate to people. Here's my story. So I get out of surgery, and the first time you open your eyes after anesthesia, it's all blurry, but you're very aware of what's going on. And I opened my eyes in recovery. First thing was, of course, the pain in my throat was horrible. And then I opened my eyes and I see a nurse and I hold her hand. I just love holding people's hand when I'm in pain. I don't know, it's just something I like to do. So I was holding her hand. Then I realized I was so nauseous and I wanted to throw up, and I was just so nauseated, and it just makes you dizzy and all of that. And so I told her I was nauseous. She gave me some medicine for it. After some time went by, I was still nauseous, and she gave me more medicine. And then after that, I was having a reaction, and I started itching everywhere and like burning and itching, and so I was like freaking out. And so then they gave me medicine for that, and then I ended up going back to sleep, and then woke up again, and I was in my room, and my mom was there, and I was so nauseated, and I cannot begin to explain to you how nauseous I was. I felt like if I moved 1 little centimeter that I was just going to pass out, throw up, like the worst feeling in the world, being nauseous. So they were trying to send me home. They were trying to get me to drink this stuff, and I just could not drink it. I was like gonna throw up. I went ahead and sent me home. I remember getting in the car, and the whole time I just felt horrible. My throat pain actually had gone away a little bit because I was so drugged up. From there, it went downhill really fast. They gave me hydrocodone and a prescription strength ibuprofen, which is an anti-inflammatory. And they gave me those 2 things to take for the pain. I have never taken hydrocodone before, and I first off think that I was allergic to it. Secondly, it is a strong drug that is very easily addictive, and it's just a very, very strong drug, and it can do some crazy things to you, which I'll get to in a second. Anyways, we get home, and my mom 24/7 taking care of me every second, everything. So basically, I'm going to try to make this as short as I can. All the days were kind of similar. The nausea was so bad. I was so nauseous. My mom ended up giving me some Zofran, which helps nausea, which they gave me in the hospital, and some Phenergan, which also helps nausea, which they also gave me in the hospital. And she was giving me that around the clock every time I could take it, night and day. And also on top of that, the hydrocodone and the prescription strength ibuprofen. So I was taking all of those things at one time around the clock every 3 hours, every 6 hours. I had all of that. The pain would not go away. The nausea would not go away. When I tell you, it was the worst 6 days of my life. I've never felt so much pain and suffering. And if you've never experienced nausea, it's bad. This was the worst nausea I've had in my life. So with the hydrocodone, I couldn't take a full dose without throwing up, and I threw up my first dose. That was full dose, so we were doing half doses every 3 hours. And so day 6 happens. By this time, I have been 24 hours a day for 6 days, non-stop pain and nausea. Will not go away. Also, was having trouble breathing, and my heart was fluttering, and I felt like I couldn't breathe a lot of the time. On my bathroom floor, I was screaming and crying. We talked about going to the ER, and I finally was like, I'm going to the ER. I cannot do this anymore. I was so exhausted and so done with the pain and the nausea. I couldn't do it anymore. And once we get to the ER, I literally had my eyes closed, and I was trying to get myself into another world. I couldn't process anything but the pain and the nausea and the breathing. I couldn't breathe. Literally couldn't breathe. So they're checking me in, and I just got really hot, and I felt like I couldn't breathe. And so I started panicking, and that got worse. My aunt came and started talking me through how to breathe. So I'm in the waiting room, and so finally they rushed me in because I couldn't breathe. And got into the room. The nausea was so bad. I could not describe how bad it was. Horrible. And after 6 days of it, I was just done. I was done. The whole 6 days, I felt like I was dying. When you know your body and you know something's not right, something's not right. And so I legit told them, I'm like, I'm dying. They gave me medicine in the hospital for nausea. It was still bad, still nausea. I could not shake it. And so then they gave me more on top of that. And then my heart started fluttering and all this stuff. Finally, they get everything under control. The pain's done, the nausea's done, I'm feeling better. The doctor comes in and he said that I need to get off the hydrocodone because that was probably affecting my breathing, my heart fluttering, and all this stuff. And so, okay, so we get sent home, all of this or whatever. My mom starts looking up stuff and gets papers from all the medicine that I had been taking. And she read that all of those medicines, that 2 of them together and then 2 of them together, they can cause depression, anxiety, breathing problems, heart fluttering, heart problems, and death. Literally, it can kill you. So the experience was unreal, and I got off that medicine ASAP, and after a few hours I started feeling better just being off of it. But the pain in my throat was still bad, so I was still on ibuprofen and then switched to Tylenol. And then day 7 that night, so I'm still having really bad throat pain, obviously, from the surgery, but I started having withdrawals from the hydrocodone. And basically that means your body is so used to that drug that when you cut it off cold turkey, your body starts like freaking out. And so last night, day 7, I did not sleep. I was kicking and tossing and turning and freaking out and stressing out, and I still had my throat pain, which the ibuprofen and Tylenol hardly does anything for pain wise, so having to deal with the pain. But I don't know how to process this week, and the trauma that I went through, it was unreal. And so when I see other people hurting and having to go through pain like this, it breaks my heart, because weeks go by so fast when you're busy, but when you're in pain and when you're hurting, it feels like a lifetime. So I just wanted to talk about my experience, because I feel for you if you have been through something very painful and traumatic, and if you've almost died, and if you've experienced not being able to breathe and a surgery and all that stuff. I know how you feel. And going into this surgery, getting my tonsils out, I never thought that it was going to get this bad, and it wasn't supposed to get this bad. But we didn't know about the medicines, and we didn't know about mixing the medicines, and we didn't know about the medicine I was taking, and I had never taken it, so we didn't know how my body was reacting to it and how it was supposed to react. I really do think I'm allergic to it, or just very sensitive to it. And I was overdosing on the medicine and not even realizing it. So just want to warn everybody out there who is having a surgery, who's had a surgery, who's having to take medicine and all this stuff, to look up the medicine and the side effects. And also when you're mixing medicines, to look up what you're mixing and making sure that it's okay to mix, because it literally can kill you. Mixing medicines can kill you. I'm not trying to scare people and tell people never to get your tonsils out or never to have surgery or to fear anything like that. I'm just telling you that medication is a serious thing. You just use wisdom with it. Do your research, because we did not, and we almost learned the hard way. So yeah, I love you guys, and I am on the road to recovery. I'm still not back to normal yet. I'm still having a lot of pain, and I'm still having withdrawals from the drug, but once the drugs and medicine are completely out of my system, I think I'll feel a lot better. This definitely changed my life. It was horrible, but I'm learning something through it, and I'm very grateful for life right now, and I'm very thankful that I can breathe. I'm praying that the pain goes away and this recovery is just fast healing, because I'm so done. I've been laying in bed for 8 days, and I'm just ready for it all to be done with. So, love you all.